obviously a lot of people are going to be talking about. The internet's buzzing over this shit right now. And I believe I have the proper grounds to talk about all this because I went through the exact same thing. If you're expecting this to be a video of me shitting on Mythic, that's not going to be what this video is. I'm going to explain to you guys why companies have to work the way that they work right now. And the bitter reality is going to be kind of a red pilling moment for a lot of you guys to understand what exactly is going on and what are the factors behind the scenes right now that people are somewhat unaware of, but some are. So if you haven't seen by now, creators like myself, Asmongold, and Nicholas Light were all removed from Mythic talent. Now, I was removed, like 3-4 months ago, but it was re-announced during like the worst time ever. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked. But Asmongold as well was removed last night, as well as Nicholas Light. And I'm gonna assume more people like us are gonna be losing a lot of our sponsorships, a lot of our ads. Now, I won't speak on what's going on with Mythic and Grimmy. I have no idea about that. I will say with the, 2-3 years I was with Mythic, I've never been scammed from any sponsorships whatsoever, nor do I know anybody that's ever been scammed from sponsorships. And as a matter of fact, I've only known Mythic to be an upstanding company when it comes to paying out their talent, including sacrificing their own profits to give the talent the money that they would have missed. So that's one of the reasons why I loved being a part of Mythic. Now, obviously, you guys know I am no longer a part of them in any way, shape, or form at all. I have no reason to defend them. I am underneath no contract that's requiring me to defend them right now. I have no incentivization other than I am just a guy who likes being factually correct on the things that I'm attempting to talk about. I have no interest in causing an issue where there is no issue, okay? The reality is that this is less so a Mythic issue, and this is more so a issue with the political sphere in online social media. Now, a lot of people like to say you're alt-right grifting, you're grifting to the right, as if that is a financially responsible thing to do. No, that makes no sense. The world that you grow up in, everybody is going to start on the left. Everybody is, because the left sounds very pretty and it sounds very nice. And it sounds like everybody can get whatever they want and everybody can do whatever they want to do. Whereas the right is a lot more of, there's a reason why we do things the way that we do things, and there's a reason why limits are put in place. The reality is a lot of people who are going to lose their sponsorships, who are going to lose their affiliation with brands, who are going to lose their affiliation with other content creators, who are going to get isolated and defamed and slandered, are those who do not have left-leaning politics. And I really want you to think about this because it's the truth. You can go live and you can say, fuck ICE, fuck Donald Trump, trans lives matters, black lives matters, this, that, and the other. You can say free Palestine. What's some other fun buzzwords that the left likes to spam from the fucking rooftops to immediately earn good boy points without researching anything themselves? Did I already hit the nail on the head? Oh, believe all victims, Antifa, trans rights, women's rights. Yeah, protect trans kids, ICE bad, men can have babies. Oh yeah, no one's illegal on stolen lands, free Maduro, river to sea, let Palestine be free. You can't be racist to white people. Yes. The world, they say you can't be political. That's not true. You can't just have the wrong politics. And what people consider the wrong politics to be is any right-leaning content creator. Hassan, Denims, all of them still get paraded with sponsorship opportunities, as well as Hassan doing and appearing in front of an AT&T sponsor, being invited to the Streamer Awards, this, that, and the other. But because people like myself, because people like Nicholas Light, because people like Asmongold, because of people like Kirsch, because of people like Nux, going and identifying as right-leaning, not far right, right-leaning, these will be the things that will lose you opportunities, collaborations, and any affiliation with pretty much any type of monetary beneficial opportunities, as well as sponsorships to grow your channel. There is one side of politics they want you to push, and anybody who opposes these will be silenced. They will be removed from absolutely everything. And the problem is that you can't really blame the companies for doing this because dealing with sponsorship is already hard enough as it is. nobody wants to sponsor anything that can give them any amount of pushback whatsoever, right? Let's be real. Like, I made a China joke like 2 years ago, and I lost like $250,000 because I showed an image of John Cena, right? I showed a John Cena meme, and I lost $250,000 of sponsors from China. These people giving out these hundreds of thousands of dollars, they don't really want any risk whatsoever. And the reality is that the right has been a lot more fair than the left. And what the left will do, and reference to, like, let's reference one dumb ugly whore, Casey Tron. Casey Tron has been incessant. I believe that's the right word. She's been obsessed with going after anybody who has right-leaning politics, or Denims, or Hassan, and there are tens of thousands of people. They don't like to play fair. They like going for the throat, and they like removing anybody who presents the alternative to any way of thinking that they themselves have adopted, from whether that's a logic reason, an emotional reason, a financial gain reason. I'm not going to say everybody who goes left-leaning politics is a grifter. I don't agree with that at all. Because the reality is that everybody starts off on the left, as well as women are much more inclined to be left. In case you don't know, the left is more populated by women, the right is more populated by men, because the left is much more emotion, the right is much more logic. Women are much more emotional thinkers, men are much more logical thinkers. That's just how it works. That's how we're wired. Yes, men and women are different. That doesn't mean that we're not equal, because we're not. Men and women aren't equal, but we are equally important, because you need both sides. Not everything can be solved with logic. Not everything can be solved with emotion. That's why if you're far left, you're retarded. If you're far right, you're retarded, because you should be somewhere near the middle. Whether that's more left, more right, your life will shape you that way. But when it comes to getting sponsor opportunities, nobody wants to deal with pushback. Nobody wants to deal with controversy. And unfortunately, right-leaning politics are what's considered controversial, and left-leaning politics are completely fine. That's why a lot of these content creators can be sponsored and say, hey, man, fuck ICE. Trans kids are real. Fuck Donald Trump. You can say all these things because that's what the machine wants you to say. That's what is financially incentivized to say. And that's what's very important to understand, is that the only thing that exists is left-wing grifting. Because there's no money to be made by right-wing grifting. There's nothing there. The only thing that's there for right-wing grifters is solitude, lack of affiliation, lack of sponsorships. You have nothing to gain by going to the right at all. And that's the reason why I trust right-leaning content creators a lot more, because I understand if these are the people who are representing these ideals, knowing how much of a cost it comes to their career, to their success, to their money, they would not be saying any of the ideals that they currently are saying. That's why I really respect people like Asmongold or people like Nux, who are willing to say these ideals, knowing it's going to come at a cost to their career. And today is no different. So it's not really a mythic deal. It's more like the left is fucking crazy, and they're going to go after anybody opposing their ideals by going directly for their sponsors. And a lot of these companies, they already have so much on their plates, it's not really worth for them to deal with, because they're going to lose millions of dollars for everybody, as well as other left-leaning content creators, a part of these spaces, who are going to say, I don't want to be a part of this company if this guy's a part of it. I heard that my entire fucking life. For every single sponsorship company I was ever a part of, I was always told, hey, I don't want to be a part of this if this guy is a part of it. And it's the same thing with Asmongold. It's the same thing with Nicholas. It's the same thing with fucking Nux. So just understand that it is very hard to represent the right political-wise, because it is going to make you lose absolutely everything. But to these people who are representing this, it's because the truth matters to them more than making a quick buck. And I hope that makes sense. Yeah. So, I mean, and to be completely honest, I doubt Mythic removed Asmon. I bet you Asmon removed himself. Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. Do you guys have any questions about anything that I just said? Create your own talent agency? I did, and then I was removed from it. That's the problem. Asmon isn't willing to use his clout to bury the left. Well, the problem is because the right are a lot less fucking nuts. They're not willing to go to levels of depravity that the left is. Why doesn't more defend him? Isn't real people worth more than the fake points? Because once again, you've never seen any of these protests with right-leaning individuals go fucking nuts. It's only the left protests that go fucking crazy, with the libtards care, with the blue hair, with the women with fucking armpit hair and mustaches. Like, come on, guys. How many hours before they go after Kirsch again? Probably like 2. Kirsch is gonna be a target of scrutiny. Gonna be she'll probably be removed in like the next 2 weeks. The Austin streamers are snakes. Their co-workers at best. As went to bat for Emmy and got massive hate, while not even her housemates or org members said a thing. I know. Listen, guys. I know. And you know what the worst thing is? There are people who I've tried to actively defend and make sure that people know the truth about what's actually happening for a lot of people who I care about, who have told me to never mention their name ever again, because even me defending them makes them look worse with how much these people have fucked over my reputation by just completely fucking lying and misrepresenting the truth. It's a shame. Women so power hungry these days, they dress like men. True. Anyways, it looks like I've addressed every single question. If there's any more, feel free to leave a comment. But in my opinion, guys, and once again, I have no affiliation with Mythic whatsoever. I wouldn't really go after Mythic for this ordeal right now. They're doing what a company has to do. And the reason why these companies have to do that is because of crazy retards on the fucking left. And that's the reality. And you know, it is absolutely a political issue. So I would probably take your foot off the gas going at Mythic and probably just go after the people who were in charge of giving Mythic the hard time, my opinion. Once again, not affiliated at all. Yeah, that's it.